Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to Every Strand Counts with me, your host, Dana Wilson. Thank you for joining us for our Lock It Up Success series. We're continuing this series, and I'm so happy that we're going to be featuring Sisterlocks consultant stories. And today, our guest is going to be Serbrina Hudson. She is the CEO of NottyByNature Lock Care Corp and she is out of Homestead, Florida. So we'll get started in a minute. Please, invite others so they can partake in this conversation. We'll be right back.
In audio.
All right. Welcome again. All right. Welcome again, you guys. I'm Dana Wilson, and Every Strand Counts is brought to you by Hair Cares Inc. We believe that every root, every lesson, every experience, and every legacy makes a difference in our lives. And because we have that belief, we feature leaders, authors, entrepreneurs who want to touch, move, and inspire others with their work. And I'm excited to have this series going on right now called Locking Up Success. And as some of you already know, I've been part of the Sisterlock family for it will be 24 years in January. And I have totally taken this on as a lifestyle. And with that, each client obviously has their unique journey to Sisterlocks, but we also have these consultants who transforms lives every day, one lock at a time, and they also have their stories as well. And I wanted to take this opportunity to highlight some of these consultants that are transforming lives. And today we feature Serbrina Hudson of NottyByNature Lock Care Corp, and she's located out of Homestead, Florida. So let's bring her to the stage. All right. Hey, lady.
Hey, Dana.
Sabrina, thank you so much for being here. I know you're busy, just like me. So thank you for taking the time out to be on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay. If you could, Sabrina, I mean, obviously, I told the audience where you're from and your business. Can you share a little bit more about yourself?
Okay, well, I like to see myself as an entrepreneur woman.
Mhm.
Okay, a leader in the natural hair business, also in skin as well.
Okay.
I'm the owner of Naughty by Nature, Lock Your
Mhm.
Corp, as you mentioned earlier. Um, I started my company way back.
Okay.
About as long as you have been in the business, Dana. Um, After becoming a consultant, I saw that there was a need for me to just touch on everything about us as a culture
Okay. Okay.
and just moving forward from there.
Perfect. Now, Sabrina, okay, so did you have Sister Locks first before you decided to be a consultant?
Yes, I
O-
did.
Okay. And so what made you get Sister Locks in the first place?
So, what made me get Sisterlocks in the first place is I used to work in the hospital as a cardiovascular tech. So, I was on my way to do an EKG on a client.
Mhm.
I had to get the wording patient and client once,
Okay.
switching into the different fields. But
Right.
I was on my way to do a patient, and there was a lady on the elevator, and she had these long, beautiful what I thought were um, pigtails back at the time,
Yeah.
right? They were red,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I asked her, I say, is that your natural hair or is that weave? And she's like, it was all hers, and I was like, well, okay, well, where'd you go? Because those cute. And um, she said it was all hers, and it was natural, and she had it done in San Diego. So I was like, okay, I guess I won't be going to San Diego for those. Um, but it put me on a track to be inquisitive as to how I would maintain it if I got them, and where I need to find somewhere close locally.
Okay.
I was able to do that with Miss um, find Audra Grant, who was in Miami at the time.
Okay.
He established me. While establishing me, I was like, "Ooh, I think I could do what she's doing." But not knowing exactly what it is, but just the feel. So afterwards, her sharing her story with me, I asked her, you know, where could I take the class? She then put me in contact with Miss Yvonne Mobley. I'm not sure if you
Yeah, I
remember
do.
her.
I do. I do.
Yeah. So I signed up immediately after getting my establishment.
Wow.
Immediately after getting my establishment. Back then, I think it was like $375 for the class.
Oh Lord.
$375 for the class. And I'm not sure if it was. I don't remember if it was one day or two, but
Yeah.
it was very short.
Yeah.
Um,
But wait
she-
a minute, because that's like, okay, you telling me you were sitting there getting your hair done, and that alone had you say, I want to learn how to do this.
yes,
That's huge.
yes, and along with the fact that there was financial freedom
Got it. To come along with it.
to come along with it, I could make my own schedule.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can be my own person.
Mm-hmm.
And that I wouldn't have to worry about. I would still be able to raise my kids, be there for them more.
Mm-hmm. So you took the class. When you took the class, what were your biggest challenges initially when you got started?
My biggest challenge was finding the people.
Okay.
Right, so I was told that home office would send me people,
Mm-hmm.
because there was an abundance out there.
Yeah.
But again, communication was not that prevalent as it is now.
Right.
So
Right.
I found that I had to get out there and put foot to pavement
Okay.
and find the people. They started coming once I put information out there, and family and friends.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you
I was
shared it with your families and friends first,
yes,
and then they told other people.
yes.
Okay.
So word of mouth does travel like super fast.
Yes. Yes.
With that being said, I was able to have clients lined up and submit for certification within the year.
Oh, that's pretty fast.
Pretty fast.
That's pretty fast.
I was ready. I was ready because when I took the course and with the way Miss Yvonne taught the course,
Mm-hmm.
it clicked for me.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
Let me
everything.
ask you this, Serbrina. What made you want to get certified?
Certification meant for me that once I became certified, my name would then be put on the Sisterlocks website.
Mm-hmm.
This would also, in addition to advertising, as opposed to me putting out information that I am building my business.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted this to be the foundation of me building my business for me to grow.
So the reason I'm asking you that, because obviously we're talking to inspiring Sisterlock consultants that have taken the class. And for some, they don't go off to get certified. I want us to share what is the benefits. Why do you get certified? What is the importance of getting certified?
So the importance of getting certified is maintaining the integrity of a system that has been put in place, and has been tested, tried, and true. That at the end of the day, it's like we don't have to struggle with what are we going to do with our hair?
Mm-hmm.
And if there's someone out there seeking for the Sisterlocks locking system, it's up to me to provide that by taking the steps to become certified
Mm-hmm.
to provide that service to someone seeking definitely Sisterlocks and no other locking system.
So it's a credibility thing, right?
Yes, correct.
That you upholding a standard. That
Yes.
is a standard, and you actually met it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
means you could. The client has an expectation that you could deliver that, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I just think that's so important for new practitioners to really get the importance of getting certified, not just learning the technique, but getting
Mm,
certified. That means for any kind of, in most professions, you do have some kind of board, and then you
yes.
have to meet that board to say that, I meet these standards. And then when people come to you, they will expect to get what the standard says, right?
That is correct. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. So since we're talking to these inspired consultants, can you shared the obstacles of trying to find the consultant? Do you have any memorable moments that really stick out to you as something where you felt like you was in your zone now? I'm successful now, right? I'm doing what I want to do.
So every time I completed an establishment,
Mm-hmm.
I feel that I'm in my zone,
Oh,
that I see my work, how it made the client feel once she transitioned from that loose natural to her
mhm,
lock natural. Um, the confidence that she shows every time she comes back. I see it's almost like her just becoming a butterfly every time she comes back to me. I
yes.
just see the difference, and it just it makes me proud to see that I can be a contribution to um, the way she feels, and
Mhm.
also keeping a standard with Sister Locks.
Now, so you said you were in the health field.
Yes.
So at what point did you walked away from that? I guess that's the first question. I
Yes.
walked away? Okay. 'Cause
Yes. In 2010, I did walk away fully.
okay. What was the determining moment for that? Like, what happened? What happened when you said, "Okay, I'm gonna do this full out. This is not gonna be my side gig. This is my gig."
This is my gig. So I I the schedule. It's like the clients started flowing in. They
Mm,
were seeing my work.
okay.
They were like, "Well, where is she? Who is she?
Okay.
Um, I need her number,"
Mhm.
And I started to see the overwhelming of clientele coming in, and it superseded what I was paying. It superseded the time I was putting
Okay
in
now.
the healthcare field.
Okay.
Because like I said earlier, it clicked for me.
Okay.
So on the average for an establishment, not an
Mhm.
installment, but an
Mhm.
establishment,
Right.
um, it was taking me not too long to do, and as well as for retightenings.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, and I'm not exhausted after this. I'm not tired, and I can pace myself. Yeah.
That's good stuff. That's wonderful. So what can you let me see. I have a list of questions here that I wanted to ask you. Um, so what are some key qualities or skills that you think contributed to you being successful? I mean, I know you had word of mouth, right?
Okay.
Clients was telling everybody. But what's your secret sauce?
So my secret sauce is the passion that I have.
Okay.
Okay. To be able to, just pour what I have out into society, for clients, and even for other consultants that may be inquiring, how to get going and move forward. Also, integrity is a big thing. Those are, that's something that you have to have in place, because when your clients come to you, they want to make sure that they're getting what you say you're giving,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's right.
Compassion towards others. You also got to have, the skill of listening to kind of, hear what is being said, and either you can deliver it, or maybe that's just not something that you can deliver at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. um Also, remaining knowledgeable is um is a good thing to have as a skill as well, is staying knowledgeable in the field that you're in, so that
Absolutely.
you can educate your clients, because a lot of times they don't know all about Sisterlocks and what they're getting into and how to move forward. They just seen it,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, I love that, I want that, but what is that about? So
That's really cool. That is cool. So it sound like I mean, obviously you sound passionate. You do Sister Locks, and are you also still doing skin as well? I mean, your skin looks beautiful, my dear. I mean,
thank you.
are you also provide that service as well?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
So facials, PMU artists. I think I just went down the whole list of of what it takes to come in and have your hair taken care of by me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
also a hair loss practitioner as well.
Okay.
Yes, so
Good
from the
stuff.
scalp to the tips, able to just be knowledgeable about what people may be experiencing.
So
Um,
that new consultant need to stay in the loop. They need. It's
yes,
not like they need to just stay in the loop
yes.
of things. That's good stuff. I love it. Um, so um, what I was going to say. So, do you think there's any misconceptions or myths about what sister locks are during your career? What are those things that you think that people, kind of miss it at?
Well, the most that I hear about is that the locks are so small. They may pop, they may
Mm-hmm.
break.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of use that moment as now a teaching moment to educate them as to, well, what are some of the reasons that this could happen? It could happen because of maybe an internal health issue, factors that are going on.
Mm-hmm.
It could be technique that the consultant
Mm-hmm.
needs to improve on her technique, that comes into where she needs to become more knowledgeable in her craft.
Mm-hmm.
um Maybe the client is just doing too darn much, to their hair, once they have, once they're to their locks, once they had them established. So we don't necessarily hear the details of why that client is experiencing that breaking or that popping of their locks. Once you dig into it, then now we can disperse some of the misunderstanding
Mm-hmm.
of why that is happening. Okay, well, have you had your thyroid check?
Absolutely.
Do you have diabetes?
Don't get me
Um,
fired up about that stuff. Don't get no, and
Meditational issues, so just digging a little deeper into it, and not just throwing the problem out,
yeah,
um
yeah,
to because that tends to spread faster than the actual um resolution to what it is.
absolutely. I'm glad you kind of mentioned on those things because I mean obviously sister locks have done great things for many of us, right? Like you were able to walk away from your job to do this full time. We hear about the great stories. We love our clients and all of that. We're making money. um, can you share with a newbie um, any kind of challenging situation that you may have heard or experienced with clients that could maybe help them in the future, and how you
Well,
resolved it?
okay. So my personal behalf, at the beginning, I was excited to say, okay, and scared too, because I'm transitioning from the health field into beauty. And what if that client is not satisfied with the work that I am putting forward? You
Mm.
know, I just had to jump into it. And in jumping into it, I found that came across an issue where, sometimes people um, don't pay for their services, you know,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
So, that part, that's deep. But so,
okay. Yeah.
I have them come in and I'm doing their hair, and then I require for payment at the end, and it's like, well, I don't have it, or I thought it was this, and da da da. Da. So
Oh.
I had to quickly put into place a structure
Mm.
to support my business as well as me, so that I don't lose my mind, because I've now, knowing that Sisterlocks is very tedious, and you're putting in a lot of work,
Right.
and people don't take you, they take you for granted. They can take you for granted.
Yeah.
So requiring a deposit, you
Mm.
know, before they come in. So that way, even if they walk away without giving you 100%, you would
Right.
have required a portion of it.
Absolutely.
And then you would be able to have a better communication with, okay, well, what's going on, how you can pay the remainder, or if you're just going to let that slide, and then they will no longer be your client
Yeah.
in the
But
future.
yeah, think if you you get to the end and then now you don't understand how much it costs. I would definitely, they probably would be not my client anymore.
Yeah, yeah. So it was like a hard pill for me to swallow,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I found that this quickly became a love for me. And I could do it all day long without being paid for it,
Right.
but I would have to be in that mindset of, okay, I'm doing this for free, right?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to, as this is my livelihood.
Right. Yeah. Well, you got to pay your bills. It's just
Yeah.
that simple. You
Yeah.
got. You got so I'm glad. Thank you for sharing that, because I mean, obviously, you want to protect yourself, and in most cases, people are honest and going to do the right thing. But then every now and then, you do have scenarios, so you can just put things in place from the beginning, from the onset, so that we won't even have any confusion. Maybe have that stuff in writing, and then, like you said, require deposit, so that if the person for whatever reason there was a miscommunication, you're
Yeah.
not out of, if all your time, and time is money too.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
Lordy.
And I wish I had known that, or had someone to
Yeah.
share with me the business side of that, and in the beauty business,
Yes.
to avoid some of those, missteps in the
Mm.
beginning. But there are times that you just have to learn, for yourself, and be able to put that stuff in place,
Yeah.
put boundaries in place for your business moving forward.
That's the beauty about having a coach, or a mentor to kind of grab a hold of, so that they can maybe share some of these stories. And these are things that you don't even have to encounter, because they can help you from the beginning. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's in store for Miss Hudson? I mean, obviously you have grown in the Sisterlocks family. What's else in store for you?
Well, what's in store for me is just reaching out to consultants in neighboring areas, and
Okay.
uplifting them, and providing them the confidence to move forward and take that leap into transitioning from their career into their business,
Okay.
as well, and let them know that it's okay. It was a time that I juggled both of them
Right.
until I was ready. I didn't just leap into I didn't just jump into the pool.
Well, it
Um,
sound like the demand from the clients made up your mind for you.
yes, yes,
Right.
yes.
I'm gonna put your website up here. If you guys want to get in contact with Serbrina, you can go to her website, NottyByNature.com. And then also, I have your phone number as
Yes.
well. So if you want to reach Serbrina, she is in Homestead, Florida. She services that surrounding area for clients and for consultants alike. And her number is 786-258-4063. And then again, her website is NottyByNature.com. Thank you so much, Serbrina. As we kind of conclude this conversation, could you have any parting words? And I'm saying specifically to new practitioners, and then I guess also to the client, someone that's considering getting sister locks. You have anything you could share with them?
Oh, well, my advice would be to consultants and new consultants, just be persistent in your field of sister locks. Continue to practice your craft. Maintain integrity in establishing sister locks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Keep in mind that tedious work pays off in the end.
Mm-hmm.
The beauty of your clients look now becomes your walking billboard
Yeah.
to attract more customers to your business.
Mm-hmm. That's good stuff, and obviously that really worked for you because you were saying that you just got referrals. You should, took care of that client, and then they referred other people to you. So that's perfect. Good stuff. What about to the client? For say the potential client, right?
Yeah.
What could you share with the potential client about how to move forward?
So, moving forward, make sure you ask plenty of questions
Mm-hmm.
when you schedule your consultation.
Mm-hmm.
Ask to look at their portfolio because we do have a portfolio of our work
Mm-hmm.
moving forward, and you can kind of see how your client, your consultant, has graced many clients with her skills.
Mm-hmm.
Also, look for her name on the website. Um,
Yes.
that means that she has kept the standards of what Sister Locks is looking for. So you will definitely, can hold her accountable to what she's doing because she has made it her business to stay in the standards of Sister Locks.
I loved it. That's perfect. That is perfect. You need to go to the website. Make sure you're getting a Sister Lock consultant if Sister Locks is what you intend to get.
Yes. Yes. So you can get the word of mouth,
Yeah,
but you also back it up by going to the website.
that's perfect. I love it. Thank you, Sabrina. I appreciate your time. Thank you for being here, and we'll chat soon. Okay.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you,
Thank
Dana.
you. All right. All right. Thank you, everyone. Oh, hold on. Let me fix my banner so you could see me. All right. Thank you, guys. We're going to continue this series, Locking Up Success, Sister Lock Consulting Stories series. Thank you for joining me. And please continue to join me. Go to my website, Hair Cares Inc., and you can learn about all the other things that I'm up to. And I appreciate you sharing time and space with me. Remember, every strand counts. Have a great day. Bye.